guys, welcome back to our very last class together. What I want us to do for our last class is instead of reading another story, I want to give you guys space to tell your own stories. In every single one of these short stories we've read in these few short weeks, we've been talking about what is the point of it? What is the lesson that Shantan wants us to learn? What I want you to do now with your last assignment is to think about what is a life lesson that you have had to learn in the past few years. How can you inform others of this lesson? And you're going to do that one of two ways. If you're one of my more creative types, I want you to write your own short story. I want you to write your own fable, right? Think of the lesson that you learned as a story from Tales from Outer Suburbia. Use elements of surrealism and fantasy. Feel free to get as creative as you want, but your story should have a message. For example, if you think back to when we talked about Tortoise and the Hare really briefly at the very beginning, right? What can we learn about Tortoise and the Hare? We can learn that we should have a good attitude about ourselves and we should believe in ourselves even against impossible odds, right? Or if we think back to when we read The Water Buffalo.
I love you so much, but you test me every day, boy.
We think back to when we read The Water Buffalo, right? And we talked about how it is supposed to get you thinking about taking people and taking the advice that they give you for granted and how it's not always going to be there. And so you should appreciate it while you have it. If you're not really one of my creative types and you don't really want to write your own fantastical short stories, you can write it how you've really learned it, right? What's the true story behind the lesson that you're teaching us? Maybe you learned the hard way that while maybe you don't always agree with your parents, they usually want to do what's best for you and are only looking out for you. Or maybe you learned a hard lesson about trusting yourself to make decisions when you doubted yourself and it backfired. So I just want you, all I'm asking is that you think about, what is one life lesson? Maybe you have a younger sibling, a younger cousin, a nephew, a niece that you want to depart some wisdom on, right? What is a life lesson that you wish that you could teach them? How can you pass that knowledge on to them, either through a fictional short story or by telling them what really happened to you? I just want to take the time to thank you all for spending these last few crazy weeks with me. I know that this wasn't anything that any of us expected, but I've enjoyed reading all of your thoughts and I've enjoyed spending time with you. I hope to see you all next year in 11th grade. It's absolutely crazy how time has flown by, especially in this insanity in the last few weeks. Until then, please stay safe out there. Please take care of yourselves. I'll be on Remind and my email all summer, and if there's anything that you need, just shoot me an email, let me know. I'll do my best to help you, whether that means needing help finding a job or just needing someone to talk to, because 2020 has been wild recently. All right? I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!